start recording. This is being recorded for everyone that is obviously in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, be sure to join. Links in the bio. Not going to talk too much. This is not financial advice. Everyone that's here on TikTok, so on and so forth, blah blah blah. All right. So obviously the market is pretty decent right now. So we drew out this box before, which is essentially just going to be a whole lot of chop. Not too concerned about that. Don't want to be involved in the chop. By the way, everyone that's watching on TikTok, please be sure to double tap the screen. It really helps push the live out of there. Let's try to get to like 5,000 likes as quick as we can. It makes a huge difference. So obviously, yes, we're going to be on TikTok and Discord right now. So first things first, obviously we see the price right now. We're sitting at a very nice level. We had this box and we had a nice push out here. So from here to go to all-time highs right now, it's only going to be about 7%, which is definitely possible. Before I get into the main data and stuff like that, which I want to show, I also want to show the ETFs, right? So we're looking at the BTC ETFs, and yeah, 28th, 29th was a little bit dry. We only had about 18.492, but obviously on the 30th and 31st, we had quite a lot. So we want to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Obviously, tomorrow's stuff for today will be updated tomorrow, and so on and so forth, and we're just going to go from there. But as long as the numbers keep coming in, then things are looking bullish, guys. Look, I know yesterday was a crazy one, right? A lot of altcoins right now really and truly just retested the 200-day moving average. Now, if you don't know what that is, guys, that is a very important average. So essentially, if you're below the 200 MA, you're like bearish, like we're in a bear market in a type of way. And if you're above it, then you know you're literally still bullish, right? And we've literally bounced off this 200 moving day average on many projects. So I want to go over it now. On Solana, we did it. On Sui, we did it. On Ondo, we did it. What else? On Chainlink, we did it perfectly. What other ones? On Cardano, we did it as well. On Algorand, we did the same thing. So on and so forth. Really, like the trend continues. On LCX, we did it as well. I don't know what other ones we did it on, but they're like the main ones where we did it on, guys. And there's probably a lot of other examples out there. If you have any other questions, by the way, as well, for everyone in the Discord, be sure to leave it. I'm going to check it out as well. Can you do an overlay on your screen for TikTok saying not financial advice, just research? I don't actually know how to do that. I really actually just don't know how to do that because I think you need to use the app, and I have a Mac, and on Mac they don't allow you to download TikTok Studio, which is just ludicrous. Anyways, so yeah, we're looking good. Liquidation heat map as well. If we go to the 3-day time frame, let's just analyze that because I haven't really seen the market. So we actually do have a little bit of liquidity below us here at 92k, which you can see right over here. But I think that's been taken out by this wick over here. So in a couple of days, it should update and so on and so forth. We have liquidity below us, which we haven't taken out at 98k. We have liquidity over here at 97k. So things to just watch out for. There could be potential little mini dips along the way. But overall, guys, on the weekly time frame here, we're still looking really good. Yes, we have a bit of liquidity over here at about 100.9k, which is basically 101k. But really and truly, the rest of the liquidity is above us, okay? And we're looking at levels here at about 106k, which is really fantastic here. And we already know this cycle has been predominantly pushed by Bitcoin, okay? So you know, Bitcoin's going to continue to do its thing, and we have to be monitoring, you know, Bitcoin dominance over here, which we had this crazy move over here where we went to 64% on Bitcoin dominance, which is absolutely absurd. Now, obviously, right now we're at 61, but we have the golden cross that's just come over here, which is basically the 50 and 200-day moving average crossing over, and that basically means that you know BTC is basically bullish moving forwards. Now, Ethereum dominance is dropping, which is bearish and is not really that good for altcoins, but nothing to be too concerned of right now. We also have USDT dominance, which is obviously to do with Tether. Now, the lower this goes, the better this is for altcoins. And the reason for that is because if you are more deployed in stable coins, which means that the dominance is increasing, then that obviously means that more people are in stables than altcoins. Now, this had a massive wick up and a drop down. And obviously we can go on and on about the market sentiment. We know about the trenches in Solana. We know about meme coin trading, and all of that's been absolutely crazy. A lot of people have made money. A lot of people have lost a lot of money. But the game is very risky, and you just need to be very careful. Now, I think a lot of people are rotating into utility coins, and we are going to go check this on Dex screen, DeFi Llama in a little bit. But the main thing is that's what you need to be paying attention to right now. The more this drops and the more this increases, it's going to be inherently better for Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean altcoins are going to pump straight away. And that's why I've been telling you guys recently, if you're part of Diamond in the Discord, then you will know what I've been saying, that allocation moving forward is going to be very, very important. There's only going to be a few winners, and them winners have already shown us signs that they're going to continue. Only a very few select few memes are really going to make a name for themselves. I mean, I don't want to talk about this one, but this one's been absolutely crazy. And yes, we went down so much, but we've respected the zones beautifully. We had a break below this, but I think we are going to recover this. The MACD looks nice. The volume is increasing as well, which is beautiful. So, guys, on TikTok, double tap the screen, and we're going to continue with the live, right? So keep it open on wide and just show it every so often in large. Okay. Oof. I don't. I mean, all right. I can try. I can try. Uh, I don't know. I'm not gonna do this now, man. No, I'm not. I don't know why I'm even typing in, bro. Anyways, listen. I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, obviously, market's looking decent. Altcoin market's looking very, very nice. As we said, we hit the 200-day moving average and bounced off it very nice. Now we've drawn the zones previously for the other altcoins. We're looking at this very nice breakout on Ondo here, but the volume is increasing, which is very, very good. MACD showing us a divergence as well, a bullish one. So this is obviously indicating a potential breakout here on Ondo. Now, bullish news as well for Ondo. So moving forwards, I'm really liking this one, so on and so forth. I really do like Sui moving forward as well. Now, what you'll find out with a lot of the altcoins is from where they are right now moving forwards, guys. Yeah, we are looking at about a 42% move here on Sui. On Ondo, we're looking at about a 49% move. On Solana, back to all-time highs, we're looking at around a 35% move. Chainlink, well, to the previous high, really not all-time highs, is a 41% move. So there's scope there for all these other major altcoins to really be doing something. Don't know why it's a bit blurry. Sorry about that, guys. On TikTok, it's a little bit blurry. Try to fix that. Hopefully, it's a bit better. I don't know. It's a little bit blurry. But anyways, if you're part of the Discord, you'll get it. So yeah, let me have a look at the Discord in the meantime. Notes will be easy. Yeah, I don't want to pull up my notes right now. I've got some stuff on there synced with my main thing. But yeah, so what I want to show you in terms of the 200-day moving average was what I posted earlier on the Discord. So you will see somewhere over here. I said that when we are below this 200-day moving average, there was one scenario here where we potentially could have started the bear market, but obviously we had the whole FTX scenario. Now we pushed up very nicely, but the next time we really broke below this and we had the death cross, this indicated the start of the bear market. And there's been a lot of people saying online, stuff like that, that this is a cycle top and everything. But if you look at the scenario that we're in right now, we're not below this 200-day moving average, which shows us that we have scope to come and continue. Now, moving forwards, this moving average can definitely do something where it just slowly comes up to match the price, which means that we could see some consolidation here, movements up, movements down before it comes for a test. Now, once it does this test, if it holds this level right here, last time this occurred in the Discord, which I mentioned, we had an absolute major run. So where was I? I was right over here. So yeah, when we touched this moving average, we went crazy. When we touched this moving average previously, we went crazy as well. So that's something to know. And if we do have that, then we can see a very, very nice push up. Now, I'm still very bullish on the markets moving forwards, but again, we have to understand that there could be some chance for some chop. And really and truly, it could take a good few months to see altcoins push up. You got to understand they're down a lot from where they were before, and it's going to take weeks to months to recover these charts. That's why I'm saying not all altcoins are going to do crazy things. Not all coins are going to go crazy. So that's very, very important to look at. Now, one thing I want to show you was in terms of volume. If we go to volumes and go on chains, you will see that, look at this. Sui on the weekly change is 7.67% up. Hyperliquid 36.38. Obviously, if you've bid in on Hyperliquid, very well done. I think we'll do very well as well, in my opinion, not financial advice. But Sui is bullish, and Solana has obviously the major amount of volume that's really taking on the whole market here. So watch out for this. You kind of want to be paying attention to the coins that are showing strength when the market is recovering, because when the market recovers properly, these are the coins that are likely to be the biggest gainers. Now, I'm very bullish on Sui, as I said, in terms of a technology standpoint. Very, very cheap fees, pretty much infinite scalability, and yeah, it's just a very good layer one. Now, onboarding on it wasn't too great, but I think moving forwards, they already have a very big amount of people that have moved over to Sui, and I think it's only going to become bigger. And it's kind of reminiscent of how Solana was in 2021. I don't think it's going to go on a crazy run like it did, but I do think it's still got scope to do about a 2 to 3x, in my opinion, not financial advice. So yeah, the market's looking good, guys, and there's nothing to be too concerned about. But if you did bid on these coins yesterday at the 200-day average, then I think you got in at a very, very good price moving forwards. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So let me look at the Discord in the meantime. If there's any questions, bear with me. Let me just check this out. All right, any questions? Be sure to leave it below as well. Yeah. But if there's any altcoins you want to see, please do let me know, and I'll obviously do the charting and stuff like that for it. But yeah, really and truly, it's hit the zones very nicely. We drew the zone over here for Sui, came into the zone, touched 200-day, very nice. Chainlink was probably one of the nicest ones as well. We drew this lower zone over here, which was previously this level where we had a bit of support on previous levels as well. And we literally come back down and touched it beautifully with the 200-day moving average. So these zones were set out. They look very nice. Grass looks good as well. I do think this could be the grass bottom, guys. Like, you know, there is so much scope here for grass to go higher. And if you don't know about grass, I can explain it. If you do, then you do. But that's a 171% move all the way back to all-time highs, which is absolutely crazy. So the risk to reward ratio here is in favor here for grass, in my opinion. And the chart just looks pretty decent after this massive capitulation. So as long as we can reclaim this level and close above it in 1 hour 14 minutes, I'm going to be bullish on grass. But really and truly, the rest of the market's been doing pretty good. I mean, like, look at this. This was a crazy wick. So you're trying to tell me that Sui today has done 56%. It dropped all the way down in 24 hours and it's done 56% move, which is crazy, guys. Like, yesterday was absolutely crazy. It was a fantastic time to bid. A lot of people capitulated their altcoins and rotated into utility, but that could mark the bottom for the altcoins, guys. So the future's looking pretty decent. So yeah, let me just have a look. Bullish news on grass just dropped. Also, yeah, um, I mean, guys, if you don't know about grass, go do your own research. It's just a phenomenal project. Hi, I'm looking at ETH and Sui. Not sure what to buy for the misses. All right, so the thing is with Ethereum, guys, yeah. Now I've drawn this Fibonacci out. Let me see on the weekly if you might be able to see it a bit better. So the Fibonacci was drawn out here, and we've been in this massive formation on the weekly time frame over here. Now if you go zoom into it, one thing that's very interesting is we literally came below this 200-day moving average, but why did we touch this perfectly? Like, we literally touched this absolutely perfectly, and we had a nice run up. Well, a nice move up. Now weekly, on terms of Ethereum, I think it's going to be a little bit suppressed, but I do think a big move is going to come. We do need ETH to push above 4K here to really see the altcoins do well as well. Why? Because again, if the main layer one does well, the ecosystem is going to benefit with it. And of course, Ethereum has the most decentralized applications built on its blockchain. Well, most applications anyways on its blockchain. So if this does well, inherently a lot of ETH projects are going to do well. The main one to mention is Pepe, which has been absolutely smacked. The chart has been absolutely smacked. And if ETH gets a fantastic move, I think Solana's going to do very well. Now, this play is a decent one in terms of size, if you can put it in with size. But again, Dior, NFA, not financial advice, so on and so forth. But yeah, ETH projects are probably going to do decent, but I don't really like ETH here, guys. Like, I understand there's a lot going on in the background here. And yeah, Ethereum every single cycle typically does break all-time highs. And if we do go back to all-time highs over here with ETH, we are going to be looking at a 1 second, bear with me. We're going to be looking at about a 69% move on Ethereum, which is absolutely crazy. So it will happen over time, but just remember that there's not that much great news about ETH at the moment, apart from just the buying behind the scenes. So it depends how you want to play it. I still think Solana's going to have a very good cycle. The weekly on Solana looks absolutely beautiful. Like, I mean, on the weekly time frame, 50-day moving average hit it beautifully, and we just respected it. So I think there's a lot more scope here, especially with all the volume that Solana's really sucked in this cycle. So this probably has more of a scope to do more of a 2 to 3x if we're keeping it real here. Again, I see on TikTok people come up with crazy predictions, but this is just not what it is. So you have to keep it realistic, otherwise you're just not going to time the market or take profits accordingly, right? Because look, let's be honest, so far the cycle has progressed a lot. You could have invested all the way back in 2023 and you would have been up a crazy amount on something like Solana, for example, simply just buying and holding it. So how much higher do we go from here? Well, of course, the market is inherently bullish. We have a a president which is pro crypto in America, obviously. So yeah, I think this can do well and the market can be extended, but we are pretty much closer to the end than we are to the beginning. And if you are holding some altcoin positions, it's very important to kind of allocate your portfolio wisely and just think accordingly, because look, like meme coins are going to do well, but not every single coin is going to do well, and utility is probably going to be the way for your safer bags. You know, you need to have an allocation, and I always talk about that. That's one thing I want to talk about, and I'll talk about that now. So you need to have a fair amount, in my opinion, again, right, in a safe asset, right? Again, crypto is very volatile, but you need to have a backup plan, and that backup plan has to be something, a project which can kind of return you a very simple 2x to 3x, right? So very, very simple. If we look at the crypto prices, we're talking about something like BTC, something like ETH, something like Solana, potentially, well, Chainlink as well looks like a nice one as well on the weekly. Why? Because if you don't have that and you only play the risky game and invest in memes and just literally go 100% into memes, you're not going to win every single time. So what is in the background that's going to cover you and help your portfolio recover? Because you should only be allocating a certain amount into that, and that's just something which I see a lot of people go wrong with. And you know, like if you were simply in safe bags as well, you wouldn't be down too much right now, and stuff like that, really. But it just goes on and on. Let me have a look at the Discord in the meantime, right? So I'll look at Sui in a sec. Bullish news on grass, fantastic. Popcat, what do you think about Ethereum Classic for safe bag? I don't like Ethereum Classic, man. Obviously, we know what ETH Classic is. It was essentially the first Ethereum, and then obviously there was a hard fork that happened, and then we have Ethereum over here. But Ethereum Classic was mainly for the miners back in the day, because again, Ethereum was on a proof of work consensus, which is essentially how Bitcoin is right now. Again, people have to mine it in farms, stuff like that, and that's basically proof of work. Now, Ethereum has kind of changed over the years, and it's kind of still got that proof of work system in place, but it's also got proof of stake. And that's mainly what a lot of layer ones have nowadays, which is a better system, right? Because again, if you have proof of work, you pay higher gas fees, so on and so forth. And it's just a bit long, right? So that's kind of why everyone moved over to Solana, because it was just cheaper. Let me look at the comments on TikTok for a second, right? Anyone that's new right now on TikTok, be sure to leave me a follow. The weekly looks good on Solana, answering your question. Yes. Relio Network, I'll check that a bit later. Someone wants to talk about Sui. Let me talk about Sui right now. So, yeah, again, like this is previous all-time highs. We had a massive, massive breakout here. And one thing I like to pay attention to is, guys, do you remember how I mentioned in previous cycles that altcoins, when there was a correction of Bitcoin, they went down almost 40 to 60%. Now, if we go and look at the scenario here with Sui from the previous all-time high, we're currently 31% down. And if we go look at how it was yesterday when we had this massive flash wick down, that is 55% move down, guys. So how much lower is it going to go if it's respected this 200-day moving average? Well, probably not much more. So I'm quite bullish on Sui moving forwards here. And I think this can still do a 2 to 3x, again, just technology-wise, and the volume is so high, guys. Like if we just go over here and we go over here to Sui, if you just give me a second, you will see that the 24-hour trading volume is 5.1 billion, guys, for a layer one that has 11.4 billion market cap. The trading volume is 5.1 billion. Now you may think, okay, well, that's not that deep. Well, look at the other layer ones right around us. We have Solana at 17 billion, but it's at a market cap of 105 billion. We go down, we have Cardano at 4.8 billion with a market cap of 29 billion, right? So going further down, we have Avalanche with 2 billion with a market cap of 11 billion. But then we have Sui, which has a market cap of 11.4 billion and a 24-hour volume of 5.1 billion, which is absolutely crazy. And that's what you want to see with these layer ones, right? Because essentially, if you're investing in a layer one, in my opinion, you want to see a lot of people transacting and using and moving over to that layer one. Otherwise, where is the real bid? You need the bid, and Sui has the bid, right? So that's why I'm bullish on it moving forward. Sui's TVL has always been great. Like again, we can go over here and click on Sui, and wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Let me go on to chains, and then we go on to Sui, or right over here, and then let me show you the TVL, right? Let me show you the TVL. Let me filter this just for the time that's relevant, and you will see the TVL is just continuing to rise on Sui, which is bullish. And TVL basically means total value locked, which is all the money essentially within the layer one, you know, not really market cap, but kind of similar. And this is increasing. So that obviously shows us that there's more adoption that's happening for Sui. So yeah, stuff like that is interesting, stuff to pay attention to. Again, volume, you can see over here, volume is just increasing. So yeah, very, very important stuff. I'm bullish on Sui moving forwards. Ethereum pumps near the end of the cycle from previous history and cycles. It does. It does, but we still need a move of Ethereum to essentially see a lot of these Ethereum projects do well. Because again, like most of the projects are built on the Ethereum blockchain, and if that doesn't do well, then the projects on ETH are not really going to do too well because you need more money flow coming into the ecosystem for the projects to benefit, right? But let me look at the comments over here as well. Yeah, you said that, fantastic. Thank you, thanking you guys. You guys are here. Guys on TikTok, please double tap the screen and go on and we'll double tap the screen. It helps push out the live out there. XRP again, a crazy wick. So the thing that you want to see over here with XRP is really that we had these lows over here, and if we just draw it out to where it is right now, we've basically taken out these lows, which is bullish, which is bullish, right? Because you want to take out the lows. Again, liquidity is the fuel of these markets, right? So where the money is resting, which is where these wicks were, because again, people had orders over here. When a price comes down and takes out these lows, then there's scope for it to go up, well, higher than that. So yeah, anywhere below these lows was a great time to be buying XRP in my opinion. But I think XRP will get a run. I'm not too bullish on it in that aspect. I think it's already done crazy things. Like if you bought early, you're about like 600% up on XRP, which is crazy. So how much more is it going to pump from here? Only time will tell. But from risk to reward perspectives, I think there's more scope in other projects. But that's just my opinion at the end of the day. All right, Vitalik and ETH are fighting. What's your opinion? Yeah, I mean, they can fight all day long, but at the end of the day, it's the technology that matters as well. Like I know before I said tech doesn't really matter too much, but it definitely matters to an extent. And the technology on ETH isn't the greatest, right? Like you just have rival layer ones which are just 100 times better. So, um, I don't think. And obviously you have projects like ENA. Now, if you don't know what ENA is, ENA crypto. Let me show you what ENA does, right? So what does it do? Let me so I can show you it do. Right, so ENA crypto, right? So let me show you. It's basically a hedge strategy against ETH. So let me try to show you. So essentially, how can I explain this better? What is the purpose of ENA coin? No. Essentially, it opens up a short against ETH, which basically has suppressed the price of ETH. That's another reason why Ethereum hasn't really gone too crazy as well. Like I know we have the Ethereum ETF right now, but again, that's not really looking too strong. We're looking at 67 million and 27.8 million. But then again, you look at the market cap of ETH, and the market cap is sitting at 347 billion. So it's not really going to influence the price too much and make too much of a move. You want to see bigger numbers like you are seeing with Bitcoin and the ETFs to really make a crazy move on Ethereum. Do you suggest to buy Telcoin? Not the biggest fan of it in my opinion. All right, is the bull run over? No, I don't think the bull run's over. I think we still got a little while to go. But this is the fun part, right? So that's just it. This is definitely the fun part. Okay, so let me look at what everyone's saying right now. Thank you all for joining. Let's see. Any other questions? Please do let me know. Yeah. But yeah, grass looks nice. Chain looks like a nice buy. And moving forwards, I think the name of the game is going to be this. Like I said, portfolio allocation. And if you are in risky assets and risky meme coins, you need to be thinking about, all right, how am I going to lock these profits in? Because a lot of meme coins, like for example, look, Fork has a very strong community. But if you didn't take profits at the right time, you'd be down so much on your bag. So you need to find a way to lock in these profits. And the best way, in my opinion, because we are in a bull market, is essentially rotating them into safer bags that can guarantee you, or near enough, kind of produce you a 2x return. Because if you're sitting on a 5x on the meme coin, that 5x is not going to be there forever. So you need to lock it in my opinion, rotate it something safe, and let that 5x do a 2x. And then, yeah, that's just the name of the game. It's really not that hard, in my opinion. But a lot of altcoins that are beautiful prices. I don't actually like Bonk as well. I was looking at this earlier. I think there's a lot of scope for it to go forwards. And again, if Solana gets a very big move, Bonk is essentially one of the biggest meme coins on Solana. So you can expect this to move. But we've been in this crazy range on the weekly for Bonk for a very long time. So I don't like that until we really break this range, and I don't really want to be trading this or taking this as a spot play. It's just a little bit risky, but if you want to take the risk, go ahead. It's up to you. All right, can you take a look at Bitcoin? Of course I can. I looked at that, and yeah, this is it on the weekly, guys. Like I mean, just look at this, right? So we are in a very good position here, guys. Like, what is there to really say? We've had this massive period to chop, very nice breakout. We're forming this consolidation, which I'm absolutely happy about, and we are still staying within the range. Now, if it was a scenario where we broke out of the range, of course I'd be concerned, of course. But we are still within the range. We are still within this zone that was marked out, and we haven't come down to sweep this low here at 88k and stuff like that. That could potentially be on the cards later on in the cycle, maybe. But right now, we've disrespected this zone, and we have to take it week by week and day by day. And the market still looks good. I think Bitcoin looks bullish as hell, and I think this is not the cycle top. Now, the reason why I mentioned that was because in previous cycles, you know, for everyone that's watching on TikTok, I did this analysis on the 2021 cycle, and basically we had this massive move up, and obviously the FTX situation happened here. But after that, around the same time that we're in right now, if we look at this, this is around February time, you know, June time. We went again to do a 132% move. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to do a 100% move, but we've already made a move. So if we just kind of calculate it from where we were here and we do a 100% move up, I think that brings us to pretty much around 149k. And that's where I believe we're going to go. So this is where it was before to 100k, and we're looking at around 150k. Now 150k as well, I think, I know this doesn't matter too much, but this is just interesting and just numbers to kind of think about. I think 150k is around 120k in sterling. I think 130k. 130k is exactly 100,000 pounds. So just things to pay attention to. Really, I think, you know, we still got a way to go here, guys. But it is definitely getting towards the end. So just pay attention to that as well. Isn't it risky to buy right now as Trump is talking about putting tariffs on the EU? Yes, it is. But then again, crypto is a risk at the end of the day. Like if you're a crypto investor, you know, you kind of thrive on risk because the market is so volatile and you just want to get nice swings, really. Yeah, I mean, look, anything can happen to the markets, but I've taken the risk personally just because I've stuck to my fundamentals, and everything and any altcoin that I'm bullish on and believe on, and it does a 50% correction in such a short amount of time. Um, and again, still respecting the 200-day moving average, I respect it. You know, I think things will be okay. In my opinion, bro, what do you think? Is it advisable to buy coins right now? Has the market stabilized? Um, I think, again, I can't tell you to buy or to sell or whatever. That's not up to me. I've taken the risk. I've explained to you why I've taken a risk because, again, the charts don't show me that we're really in a bearish sentiment at the moment. If we go below this 200-day average with a close, then I'll be a little bit bearish. Like, for example, something like Pepe on the daily, it's underneath the 200-day moving average, but I do think it will get a reclaim. Again, volume is slowly starting to rise over here. If you don't know what this is basically volume weighted average price, and this is a very good indicator using volume. So if volume is increasing over here, I think we get the reclaim on Pepe. But yeah, that's just it, man. Like you want to look at the coins that have stayed strong and wants to bid moving forwards, and I really do like this one over here. All right, let me look at the comments in the meantime over here. Yeah, that's just my choice. I'm personally taking a risk. Fartcoin looks nice as well. I did think that there was a chance to come back down to here to 0.44, especially with the whole market situation. But this looks strong. It's been a solid coin. And again, let's just calculate this. To go back to all-time highs right here on Fartcoin, what's this going to be? This is going to be a 222% gain, which is absolutely absurd. So yeah, Fartcoin's been such a strong meme coin. Guys, leave a follow. Leave a follow. When will I sell my bags? I'll sell my bags when I feel satisfied too. There's no real set number that I have for the altcoins. There's preliminary targets that I have, but I can't talk about that on TikTok because I'm going to get banned. But you know, I don't know about you guys, but this is one thing I want to mention. Yeah, in the previous run up which we had, was there not a point in time where you guys thought, okay, I should probably take profits here? I don't know. I'm just saying. I had that thought, and that was pretty much like the top. Now, I'm not saying that I know exactly where the top is, but what I'm trying to say is the whole sentiment around the market, when it's overly too bullish and your bags are up, you should probably start to de-risk, in my opinion, because that is pretty much going to be a point where, you know, a lot of people are going to use you as exit liquidity, and you don't want to be exit liquidity. And the same goes vice versa. When everyone's overly bearish, that's typically the time when the market tends to pump. Like, look at yesterday. Everyone capitulated all their alts. I feel sorry for everyone that capitulated their alts yesterday, because if you didn't do anything and you literally just slept and woke up, you would pretty much be okay. Well, depending where you bought projects, but yeah, you'll pretty much be in a decent situation. So stuff to just, you know, think about, guys. Like, again, nothing to be too concerned about. Sometimes, you know, doing no action in crypto is still an action. Like, you don't need to do something to do something. Sometimes just doing nothing actually works out the best. I've been a victim of it earlier this cycle. You know, I capitulated many of my bags and I round tripped hundreds of thousands, bro. Like, so much money I round trip this cycle, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. But again, we run it back, we'll make it all back. It's okay. You know, you have to have that mindset in the market. And I look back at it now and I think to myself, I should have just done nothing and it would have been okay. So the lesson in this is sometimes doing nothing is the best thing to do, and you just need to pay attention to your portfolio. Again, guys, I don't want to talk too much about all this philosophical stuff, but everyone is in a different situation. Everyone has a different portfolio. Everyone bought in at different times. Sometimes you have to do what's best for your bags, and paying too much attention to the internet and crypto, Twitter, and all these things, they can really skew your mind. You know, sometimes making the decisions yourself is usually the best decision. Again, why? Because everyone's talking about from the perspective of their bags, and that's not the same situation that you're in. Everyone's in a different situation, so just pay attention to that and just be very careful. Um, but yeah, things looking nice, things looking good. Anything to really look into more is, yeah, quite bullish on was it Ondo with everything coming up. I don't actually know why this is not working right now. It should show the chart, the altcoin index. So, but it shows us that we're not really at alt season yet. I don't actually know what's happening over here, guys. Apologies. But yeah, if there's any questions, please do let me know, and we will go from there. Let's have a look at this as well. Liquidation map right over here. So liquidation map. 1 day shows the bears are winning. 7 days it shows pretty equal movements. A lot of people are shorting right now, and no, accumulating long liquidation leverage here, which means you're shorting. So a lot of people are shorting right now. Some people are longing as well, but that's why I believe that the market can go a tiny bit lower before we recover and really have these highs. I mentioned to you guys in the diamond chat that I don't think we're there just yet, but we are gearing up very nicely, and there was definitely some nice bids to put in there. Now let's have a look at the heat map again, but I actually want to change this and I want to go to ETH. So pair, if I go symbol over here, can I change that? Yes, I can. Bitcoin, let's go to Ethereum. You can check the other ones as well. So Ethereum liquidation heat map is as follows. We don't want to look at this one, look at the 3 day time frame. 3 day time frame, we do have liquidity below us at 2.4k. But then on the weekly time frame over here, we have liquidity really above us, to be fair. So yeah, after we swipe these lows on ETH, I think, yeah, there's a good chance that we have a move for Ethereum. Again, we need ETH to pump for the altcoins to really have a nice rally as well. So yeah, like, the market's in a nice place. Don't be too stressed out. If you're down in your bags a lot, as long as you're not holding utter crap, you should be okay, in my opinion. Let me look at the comments as well. Is it advisable to buy Solana right now? I can't tell you, but if you join the Discord, which again the link is in the bio, and there's a 5 day free trial, I can tell you more stuff there. I cannot do this on TikTok. Why? Because I'm literally, bro, literally on my last strike. Because I always drop the alpha and the gems on TikTok, and I just get banned. So one more ban and I'm out. But everything you need is in the link in my bio. Again, not financial advice. But Solana weekly looks absolutely beautiful. That is what I will say. Okay, cool. Any questions, please do let me know below. Yeah, thank you guys for joining as well. Right now, let's have a look at Arrow, very, very nice as well. Very, very nice bounce of support. This is one that's interesting, actually. So we're actually below the 200-day moving average right over here, and we need this reclaim. So if we get this reclaim here, this is about a 11% move up here. But one thing I did want to show you is actually over here. We go over here to do, no, not over here. We want to go to volume. Is it? Yeah, base is here, right? So base is number 6, and you know, there's been a lot of movement happening on base. A lot of people migrated over to base as well. So you need a decentralized exchange to help you switch between tokens, right? And Arrow is one of them for base, for the base chain, right? So I think Arrow can do well from here. It's at a very nice zone. Again, it's respected this 3 times. If we look at it, you can see it's had one bounce off here, very nice. Second bounce, very nice. Third bounce, very nice as well. So if you did pick any spot buys at 0.86 on Arrow, I think that's a nice area as well, in my opinion. Any other altcoins? Let's have a look. SPX was looking very nice on the daily. I think we get a reclaim here. Not really paying attention to this too much. Stacks, we literally came into the zone, and now we're going to reclaim this as well. You know, there was one very brutal leg down, and that's just kind of why a lot of altcoins are below these zones. But I believe that they will reclaim them, and they'll be very nice. Yeah, but guys, I can't lie. This one looks absolutely beautiful, and the reason for that is I want to show you one thing, and this is real alpha. I'm about to drop for you guys. So you guys go drop a follow right here. Okay, the weekly looks absolutely beautiful, right? Like look at this on the weekly time frame. So we've geared up very very nicely. It's been very slow on Chainlink, like it always is, because you know there's just an infinite amount of tokens to just be dumped on the market. Um, but I think this is time. Once we break above this, the golden cross has just come on the weekly, and we've had the retracement here, and we respected this very nicely. I think this has a very good chance, and the first rejection zone I have is around $34. So I think if we do get the move up past this range high, which is at about 22.8, I think the next move will be around $34 over the weekly time frame. So again, this is not daily. This can take a few weeks or more when the market starts to recover, but this looks very nice. And the reason why I'm very bullish on this, guys, is because you need to look at projects that haven't really hit all-time highs, but there's a bid going on for it. So one thing I want to mention is if we go over here to link, wait, one second. Not chains. You want to look at volume, chains, and then we'll type in chain link. Oh, it doesn't come up. I found it the other day. One second. Bear with me. Chain. Right. I don't know where I found it the other day, but I need to try find this because this was quite interesting to look at. Oh, it was on Oracles. It was on Oracles, I'm pretty sure. Right. So has to be. Yeah, Chainlink. Okay, thank you. It's about time. All right, cool. So here we go. If we go and check this, this is the on-chain data, by the way, right? So market cap, and you can see the volume is very much increasing on Chainlink. Let's just change this time frame as well. So you want to look at this, right? From 2024, really. And you can see, look at this, guys. If we zoom in more, you can see that the volume is increasing a lot more. The market cap is increasing on Chainlink, and look at that, a massive move up over here as well as of recent. So this is one you need to be paying attention to with the data on chain, right? So if there's volume coming in over here and the weekly chart looks nice on Chainlink, and we haven't reached all-time highs yet, like some projects have, then this has scope to kind of catch up. Now, obviously, we know about Chainlink, Oracle as well. It's got the CCIP technology, which is basically true interoperability, so on and so forth. And on the research chat, I think I posted this. Research chat, no research chat over here. It must be somewhere here, I think. No, I can't even. Oh, it is over here. Yeah, so this is one picture that's being glorified all over the internet. But again, this is one to pay attention to as well. It's in everything. It's in the Coinbase 50 index. It's in the Grayscale Trust. It's in the World Liberty Finance. And it's made in USA. So Chainlink hasn't hit all-time highs yet. Weekly chart looks good. And it's in all of these. So again, do your own research, not financial advice, but I think this one has a good chance to really run up. Is there any scope for Say? I don't really like Say, man. Look, at the end of the day, it's another layer one play, and not every single layer one's going to do well. I was quite disappointed on it pretty early in the cycle, and that's why I just moved everything over to Sui. I think Sui is just 100 times better than Say. One thing I didn't like about Sui early cycle was the marketing. They didn't really do too much in marketing, and this is why I kind of get pissed off with Grass, because you know Grass is a phenomenal project, guys. If you don't know what it is, let me show you right now. So Grass essentially scrapes the internet to help build a AI model. So here we go. Earn a stake in AI, so on and so forth. You can mine it, and everything. You can go read about this. Essentially, it uses your bandwidth. It uses your unused bandwidth to kind of, and you get points, so on and so forth, to help with the evolution of AI in the AI model that they're building. Now, one thing you need to pay attention to is Grass scales petabytes of data on a daily basis. So Grass petabytes of data. I don't know if this is going to come up, right? There's a Crypto Lawn Care Pro. I think this guy posted over here as well. So let's just see what happens right over here. So no, so it's not over here. But yeah, Grass scrapes a phenomenal amount of data on a daily basis, guys. And yeah, that's it. I think this is a very good play, especially where it is right now. And it's built on Solana, so it has a Solana bit as well. So we know Solana's going to do well, in my opinion. Again, a lot of volume coming into it. And this looks like it's going to reclaim this zone. And like I said, the move up here to get back to all-time highs is going to be a 161% move. So I personally bidded hard over here at this zone. And yeah, I'm a very big fan of Grass. So that's like my kind of mid cap, lower cap kind of risky play. But this is one to definitely look into. All right, so yeah, I think Say is pretty much done though, bro. Like again, all altcoins are gonna have a run at some point, but I'm not the biggest fan of Say. I just think Sui is a better blockchain. No, sorry, a better layer one. My bad. But everything's gonna get a run at some point, right? So let me look at your comments. How high can Solana go off Fibonacci? All right, so if we go apply Fibonacci, the way that I do it is simply like this, right? Again, you can do the way you want to do it. This is the way that I do it. So I use the golden pocket, and essentially, wait, no, this is not what I'm talking about. One second, man, I clicked the wrong one. So Fibonacci retracement. So over here, right, if we look at the fibs, this is just the way I do it. So I literally mark out the low and I mark out the high. And if you look at this, where this zone is over here, these are basically good zones to buy. But according to Fibonacci, which obviously works on standard deviations, you can see the first standard deviation is at $328 for you guys on TikTok over here. $328, and the second standard deviation is 373. So from where we are now to go to the first standard deviation, we are looking at a move of around 50% on Solana, which is possible. Second standard deviation, we're looking at a move of 72%, which again is actually still possible. So yeah, that's just the way it is in terms of fibs, but fibs tell us that we can be looking at around $330 here for Solana, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Okay, so TikTok don't want retail making money. Yeah, they don't. They actually just don't. That's why they ban me all the time. You know, dropping alpha, but it is what it is. Guys, on TikTok right now, double tap the screen and let's get to 5,000 likes. If you're enjoying the live, it really helps push the content out there. Again, I'm on my last strike. So if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the bio and everything you need is going to be there. Otherwise, you may actually just never see me again, because if they ban me on TikTok one more time, I'm out. I'm done. Oh, this is it. Fantastic. Bro, see, this is why. This is why I love you guys in the Discord, right? Especially you, Vex, because you're the GOAT. Look at this, right? Daily data scraped by Grass, okay? We're talking about, this is the AI mode I was talking about, yeah? Grass, okay? So you can see if, here we go, Grass is scraping at minimum 250 terabytes of data per day. Do you know how crazy that is, guys? And do you know how much money it takes you to store 250 terabytes of data on the cloud every single day, right? Every single day storing that much money, it costs a lot of money, right? So if Grass sells its data at the bright data price of $5 per gigabyte, and Grass scrapes and sells 91.2 gigabytes per year, you do these calculations, then it's reasonable to assume Grass generates $456 million. Okay? So there's a lot of work going on in the background. That's why they're not really doing too well in the marketing. Marketing is absolutely trash on Grass, yeah? But remember as well, one thing I want to mention is on Grass, if you go over here and search up Grass, you will see that Grass is only available over here. Which, wait, you can see Grass is only available on Bybit, BitGet, Gate.io, Arbit, Radium, Mexi, KuCoin, and all that, right? These are not like huge, massive, centralized exchanges. If Grass gets a Coinbase listing, if Grass gets a Binance listing, if Grass gets a Crypto.com listing, right? What do you think is going to happen? There's going to be a lot more people that can buy Grass, because not many people want to use all these exchanges. Not many people want to use decentralized exchanges. So you're going to get that listing pump, and that's why you take the bid early. Because remember, in order to make money in crypto, you have to buy low, you have to sell high, and you need to have news that comes out which is inherently bullish about the project. So this doesn't have a listing pump. This doesn't have major centralized exchanges listing Grass. And if that is to happen one day, I mean, come on, yeah, this is looking like a real winner, in my opinion, right? So, what do you think about XRP by end of December? I mean, I don't really follow XRP too much, man. Like, the best person for that is Vex in the Discord. You can join the Discord. He can literally plug you with that. Can Solana do well by December 25? It can do well by December 25, but again, no guarantee that the market goes for that long. Remember, guys, like I've showed you right over here, and just keep it very, very simple and don't overcomplicate things, okay? If we look at this, guys, if we look at this, this is the bear market bottom, right, of Solana. This is the bear market bottom. You know, you can literally just see it here. Now, if we get the bear market bottom and we bring it all the way to where we are today, that is 72 bars, right? 72 bars, which is 72 weeks, because we are on the weekly time frame over here. So 72 times 7 is, you know, what, like well over a year. So Solana's been pumping for well over a year, And yes, there's more. There can be more pump to come, but the majority and the meat of the move has already been done. And that's what I was saying earlier in the cycle to many guys. Everyone I was watching, or whoever, whenever you're watching, I was saying to you guys that the meat of the move has been done for the majority of these altcoins, and you can't expect a 10x return because Solana's already done the 10x. It cannot 10x from here. Solana will not go to 2K. There's too many outrageous predictions on TikTok and all these apps. Just get off it and stick to what. Just be realistic about it, right? How can Solana do a 10x from here when it's already done the 10x? That's crazy, bro. You're talking about the project, which is what, like in the top 5 market caps? Nah, come on. But again, if it has the ETF and stuff like that, things can all change. But I don't think you go to 2K, my opinion. Do I trade meme coins? The only meme coin I'm really interested in is Fartcoin because again, this has shown insane strength. I mean, perpetual contracts really did mess up Fartcoin in a way because if you guys don't know, 3/4 right of the liquidity and kind of in the markets right now, there's 75% around that of people that are literally doing futures that are using leverage. A lot of people are using leverage in this market, and if you don't use leverage correctly, you will lose a lot of money. Perpetuals can ruin charts, market makers ruin charts, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. In certain trends to make you get scared, and then they just buy your coins when you capitulate, and then they laugh at you when it goes up, right? But a lot of people use leverage in this market. Not many people are using spots. That's kind of that's part of the reason as well with Fartcoin. It's you can call it broad daylight robbery or a crime. A crime is committed on this chart, but I do think it looks phenomenal moving forwards. That's pretty much the only meme coin I like. I mean, Fog has an outrageous community, very, very strong community like Fartcoin does, but I don't really like the price action on this. But although saying that, guys, yeah, look at this, yeah. I drew this line from before, marking this zone over here, and we've had an absolutely perfect bounce off this zone on Fog. So, I don't know, let's just see what happens. Is Grass in Grayscale research list 2? Yes, it is in the Grayscale research list, yes. Solana looks like a massive cup and handle. I pretty much think you're talking about the weekly because the weekly looks like that. Let's go to Solana weekly. Yeah, I mean, just look at that, right? Cup, handle, bang. And if you don't know about cup and handle patterns, you can go check them out. It's a bullish formation, bullish pattern. Yeah, but market looks good, guys. Not really too concerned. I think things will be okay. Just don't capitulate your bags, hold your positions, and you'll be fine. The market has already shown you the winners, and you just got to literally go for them. The ones that the market have shown you're going to do well. All right, let me look at some TikTok comments in the meantime. Do I think ETH will do good? I think ETH will have a bounce because it has to have a bounce at some point. We talk about mean reversion, so on and so forth, comes back to its average price. At some point, Ethereum has to do a move. It has to do a move. Like, it just has to. But I don't think it's going to be so crazy like people think it is. But again, we can analyze this at the time. I'm not a fortune teller. I can only tell you the data that I see in front of me and make realistic predictions based off that. I just keep it real with you guys. And that's it. But yeah, ETH can do okay for sure. I think it has to. I'm in college right now. I've been trading meme coins for 2 months, just settling for £50 profit a day. Yeah, meme coins are quick money, but you lose a lot of money too. Like I said to you guys, if you're making good money off meme coins, they're not going to last forever. So you have to think of a way to kind of lock in your profits and make them grow further. And obviously, putting them in safer bags is going to be the way. All right, what do you think of Tovcoin's tariff on veggies? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What does that even mean? What does that actually even mean? Any comments here? Sandwich sent in Diamond Chat. Eric Trump also telling people to buy ETH. My predictions have altered for ETH. Sandwich 5.5k to 7k roughly, but I need to realize. Sandwich sent in Diamond Chat. Yeah, like again, there's been a lot of buying behind the scenes on ETH, and Ethereum has to break all-time highs at some point. But I just don't know how crazy it's going to go after that. Like again, we still have the ETF here, and I actually do believe, right? There's a certain number that Bitcoin's are going to reach. I don't know what the number is, but it's going to be a certain percentage of gains, right? And at that point, people are going to rotate because we have the ETF for Ethereum, and I do expect these numbers to increase. They're pretty pants at the moment, but they will increase. I do believe they will increase, and when they increase in conjunction with the move with Ethereum, I think it can do very well. But I have my Fibonacci here, and the first zone I'm looking at is 4.5k and then 5.1. So I think 5.1 is definitely achievable on ETH. But moving forwards, I don't want to set a number per se. I just want to take it how it comes with ETH, in my opinion. But that's just it, man. Again, any other altcoins you want to see, please do let me know. I'll check it below. I heard there's a meeting taking place tomorrow in America about cryptos. I don't actually know. Probably someone can probably tell you in the chat or Discord. Let me know about that, please. Yeah, let's just look at some other altcoins in the meantime. So, actually, Research Coins done a decent move today. I didn't actually check it out. We did a very nice move today. So, if you don't know, again, the owner of Coinbase basically owns Research Coin. It's a DeSci play, decentralized science play, and it's literally come down, hit 200-day moving average, and bounced off again, like the majority of altcoins have done as well. Very, very nice move. Moving forwards, what we're looking at, we're looking at about a move of 130% to get back to all-time highs, which is beautiful. So it's possible. It's possible. I have a long on XRP at 2.76. Is this a good move? Yeah, I have a long of XRP at 2.76. 2.76. 2.76. I mean, in my opinion, my setup would have been a bit different. I would have personally taken the long over here and just set limits. But again, no one would have known that the market would have come this low. But I trade differently, and the way if I do trade, it's just going to be different to the way that you trade. But I would have literally seen this liquidity being swept over here, come down, and I would have probably slapped in over here. Some sort of I would have probably slapped in a limit over here, just below this low, with a stop loss, somewhere around here. I don't know. I haven't done this setup. I have my trading charts over here, but I don't really follow those at the moment, because I'm not really trading. Popcat looks crazy. Grass looks absolutely crazy, but we did hit this nice trade on Grass over here, which was what? This was about a 1 to 6 risk to reward ratio, so pretty decent on Grass. Yeah, there's many others, but I'm not really trading. I think spot is all you need, in my opinion. Don't use leverage if you don't know how to use it. Spot is literally all you need, in my opinion. All right, so that's XRP. Yeah, looking nice. XRP looking nice. Breakout as well. Yeah, I think XRP gets a run, man. But again, I don't know how high it's going to go. I'm not really too fussed about it. I prefer other projects, in my opinion. But if you're bullish on XRP, then you're bullish. GRT this cycle, not really. For me, I think there's better plays. Sui, I accumulated heavy yesterday. I drew this zone over here. Yes, we did come down, tag 200 MA, don't really care. Came into the zone, I bought here. I'm happy because if I bought into the zone, I'm up currently 20% on Sui, which I'm fine with. I'm content. I like it. I am a Sui bull, and one day I want to be a Sui whale. Yeah, that's it. Put that out in there to the universe. All right, cool. So Tovcoin, I don't know too much about it. What is your 3 trades? What do you mean? What are my 3 trades? I'm only playing the spot game right now, guys. I'm not using leverage at all. When Celestia $20 again, bro. Celestia, man. The tokenomics are not great on it, but we drew this range. We broke above the range. Fine. We had this low. Because look, we drew this, which is very nice. You could actually take this trade, because I actually did take this trade pretty earlier on as well. So this trade over here, you can see we're forming this nice formation. We had the breakout, so you could have literally taken this trade, the breakout here, with a very, very tight stop loss, because again, this is like a type of breakout trade here, and you would have literally, made 61% on leverage. If you're using 2x leverage, that's 121%. Using 3x, you're on 180%, and 3x leverage is absolutely fine if you're not going to be a scrub. So yeah, wait a second, it's telling me to do this crazy thing. Bear with me. Let me just do this. Here we go. Fantastic. All right, we're back. Okay, cool. Nice. Let me look at some comments. Nakamoto Games. Nah, man. Look, guys, listen. Let me tell you something, right? Be very, very careful with small cap coins, please. That's all I'm going to say to you, yeah? Just be very careful with small cap coins. I don't think we're there just yet. There's still a chance to go a little bit lower before we properly recover. And this could still take weeks or a month to really see a proper rally in the altcoins here. Again, we go back and look at the on the on-chain data, USDT dominance, which is fine, but we need to kind of come back down to this level here to kind of really see altcoins do a nice move. We're looking at the others chart right now. Others chart on the daily, tag 200-day moving average, which is perfect. Guys, I mean, this is how beautiful TA is, yeah? Look how beautiful TA is. I drew this line, God knows when I drew this line, yeah? If I just simply extend this out, look how beautifully it matches the 200-day moving average. Like, do not overcomplicate your technical analysis, bro. If you understand your TA, you understand your TA, and beautiful tag here. come down. This is literally that would have been a crazy time to buy alts, which is basically yesterday's flash crash. And yeah, back up again. So what do we need to see here on the others chart? Well, we would need to see something along the lines of, we can see this consolidation, whatever, I don't care, rejection, whatever, come back down, I actually don't care. But we need to find and break above this again, this 305 billion mark. We have support here. We have a few tags here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. So this is a nice zone to hold in a nice range, but we're probably going to range here for a little bit before we have a proper breakout. Now the breakout I'm interested in, guys, is anything above $343 billion market cap for all for the others chart, which is basically all the altcoins excluding the top 10, right? Essentially. And when we get this breakout here, then yeah, I think the market's looking very nice. But yeah, in previous cycles, I've showed you before many times that in 2017 we did 5,000% on this. In 2021, sorry, this is 2017. Look how small 2017 is, bro. I literally missed it. 5,796%. In 2021, we did 5,316%. Now, of course, according to simple laws of, the law of diminishing gains, so on and so forth, we're probably not going to get a 5,000% move up, because if we do, it's going to go crazy. But we can certainly get, a 700% to an 800%, 800% move, from where we are now, and where we were before is 400%, which means that it will double, bringing us to around here, which means that the market cap would be around 780 billion, which is okay, because if you think about it, everyone kind of has their set predictions on the total crypto market cap, and the total market cap of crypto right now is 3.48 trillion. Okay, so if we use the assumption of the total market cap at the top of the cycle will be around $7 trillion, which is a number people have thrown around and used a lot, which is valid, it can happen. Then essentially, everything basically doubles from here, which is not completely impossible. So apart from Bitcoin probably, but we have altcoins as well that make up a part of the market. So yeah, just something to look at. We can look at Bitcoin Ethereum chart, and Bitcoin has just outperformed Ethereum completely. If we look at the daily chart on this, essentially if we pump, which we have been, then Bitcoin is outperforming Ethereum. If it goes down, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. We haven't really had that yet. Last time we had that was around November, and if we look around November on the Ethereum chart here, you can see in November, this is where we had this move. So this was literally it. This was around election time anyways. We had this crazy move up, and this kind of correlates with this drop down over here on this, right? So yeah, ever since then, Bitcoin's been doing its own thing. And by now, guys, one thing I want to mention, which Samich mentioned earlier, is in the live, but I want to tell you guys on TikTok, if you still believe Bitcoin is still coupled with all the other altcoins, I think you need to reevaluate, because Bitcoin is literally in its own class and it does its own thing, and it will do its own thing. And if you think it's like the old days where Bitcoin's going to go up 5%, altcoins are going to go up 30%, it's not. And it's done that repeatedly this cycle. So just be very careful, because again, like I said, we have the institutions buying Bitcoin with the ETF flow, everything like that. So things are changing. The market has changed. This cycle is different. You cannot play it like 2017, but you just have to be smart about it. So, this will do its own thing. So what do we need to look at now? We need to look at Ethereum. We need to look at some of the other metrics on chain. But that's just about it. So let me have a look at the comments as well. TikTok is sending messages to everyone asking if your live is appropriate. Yes, no, over 18s only. What is about education? Ideally, yes, and education is a vote. Yeah, guys, so if you're watching on TikTok right now, yeah, please just obviously vote yes for me. If you vote no, I'll probably get banned. And that's probably what happened. That's actually probably how I got banned before, bro. I had like 28k on TikTok, which is crazy, and then I just got banned. So it's mad. I'm using this other account now. But yeah, apart from that, guys, there's nothing else to really say. I think I pretty much covered everything I'm interested in. The only thing I will mention is probably on the weekly here, which I'm going to pull up another metric, which is going to be the RSI. So RSI over here, which I was looking at earlier. On the weekly, not really Ethereum, but if you go look at other charts, for example, you can see we're in a nice zone here. And if we go to stochastic, right, the stochastic shows us crazy things, which shows us that we're approaching oversold territory, right? We are approaching oversold territory on the majority of altcoins. Sui oversold, Ondo oversold, not really Farcoin, not really Grass, but Chainlink getting to oversold territory. Bonk oversold, Solana oversold. It goes on and on, guys. Render oversold, Pepe oversold, Stacks, you get the trend, right? Oversold. So there's a lot more scope for us to go up from here. Um, and again, this can just do its thing. So yeah, but it looks nice. We're in a nice zone. I think the bids were really yesterday if you got into really nice zones, but it's not over yet. I think you'll get one more opportunity, maybe just with small tags to certain areas. But yeah, apart from that, guys, there's nothing else to really say. So look at Bitcoin and USDT dominance on the monthly RSI. All right, cool. So Bitcoin dominance on the monthly RSI. Let's check that out. Monthly RSI. Yeah, I mean it's just crossed over, which is crazy, which is actually crazy. Yeah, but monthly MACD as well alongside this is showing us that Bitcoin looks bullish on the monthly as well. If you look at the monthly over here as well on Bitcoin, we're a little bit overextended here, but this can get into the overbought territory, but this can still go higher. In a bull market, as we found out previously. But yeah, we're in the zone here. A nice breakout, guys. Monthly chart looks good, but definitely consider taking profits on the next leg up when we have a crazy run, because again, you need to lock in some profits at some point. You can't just be a scrub and just not take profits. If you don't press sell, you never make any gains. It's all unrealized gains. I saw something on Twitter the other day saying when your portfolio's at all-time highs, don't take a screenshot, take some profits. And that resonated with me. That's like a slap in the face. All right, cool. What would you buy right now that you aren't already based off charts, tech, or anything else that you used to buy before you used to buy? Okay. That's an interesting one. I mean, the ones I talk about are the ones I'm bullish on, anyways. And I'm not going to go over the ones I talk about. I talk about them all the time. But I think Pendle looks good, in my opinion. Again, we drew this zone out and we had this massive flash crash down. I mean, look, listen, nobody could have even predicted this. But I will say we came back down and did tag this demand zone beautifully from previous levels. Well, not really demand zone, this wick rejection. We came back down into the zone again. Beautiful, beautiful move. And yeah, that's it. We're now approaching the zone, which I drawed out. And I think Pendle looks nice from here. If you're bullish on Pendle, which is again an RWA play, I think the king of the RWAs is Ondo though. I mean, there's just too much bullish sentiment around it. But Pendle looks nice. I know a lot of people talking about Tau recently. I think Tau's in a decent zone as well. I know it's underneath the 200-day moving average, but it's currently in a zone here where we have some nice support. So if you are a Tau bull, this is not a bad area to be picking up some spot buys, in my opinion. Dior NFA, not financial advice. So Tau looks okay. I mean, Stacks even looks okay. It's underneath the 200-day moving average, but this death cross typically marks the bottom sometimes. So yeah, again, broke below the zone at the flash crash, but you're not really too much down. If you bought in this zone, you're only down like 14%, and in spot, that's nothing. If you can't hold or stomach a 14% move down, then why do you deserve to make 200% gains in this crypto market with so much volatility, right? So yeah, Stacks looks okay, but I'm not really too bullish on Stacks. The main FUD for me on Stacks is I don't really like the tech. I think it's very slow. I completely understand about the whole BRC20 narrative, but that in itself hasn't really taken off and gone crazy. Like RWA has been doing so much better. Meme coins have and will continue to do better than BRC20s, in my opinion. I think they get a move, but I don't know how much. Stacks looks okay. Research coin actually was pretty decent around 200-day MA. I don't think it's over yet for Research Coin. If you want that diversification and you're trying to look into, decentralized science coins, I think Research Coin is a nice one as well, especially with the whole idea that, CEO of Coinbase, owns this coin. So, it's going to be unfair to list it straight away. But I think at some point in the future, I can't tell you when, and I don't know for sure, but it just makes sense. Why would it not be listed on Coinbase? I don't know if it is listed on Coinbase. I actually don't know. But nice zone to pick up RSC. Prime is at the level of support once again, because this coin is just, doing its own thing. But it's bounced up very nicely at this level of support over here. If you don't know what Prime is, it's a gaming play. I don't really like gaming projects, and I haven't liked them this cycle because last cycle in 2021 there was so much bullish sentiment around gaming coins, and I just do not see the same sentiment again. Like, I mean, if we just go to Google Trends, for example, and we just check this out, and you see gaming, I don't know, crypto gaming or metaverse, for example. So crypto gaming, you can see here, if we look at it and just go over, I don't know, the past the past 5 years or something, will it show us? It's pretty much, no, not around here. I want to go worldwide. So worldwide, there's not, it hasn't really had a bid. And if you look at it, November 2021, this is exactly what I was talking about. In 2021, there was such a huge bid for crypto gaming projects, but now it's pretty much down. And even if you go further and check Metaverse, for example, Metaverse, you will see that there's not really much happening here in terms of the gaming scene. So I'm not really too bullish on gaming projects, but it's there if you're interested. Casper looks nice. I drew out this zone. Casper's currently in the zone. Active Crypto, if you are here, Casper is in the zone. Yeah, but very nice. Flash wick down. I drew out this zone from before. I don't actually know why I drew it out, but I literally drew. I remember I told you guys. I don't know when I did it, but I did do it, and I told you guys if Casper ever comes into this zone, this will be an optimal buying opportunity. And look, again, I don't have a crystal ball, but it's literally respected that zone and bounced up so nicely. I mean, the flash crash obviously helped, but we're still in a decent spot buy zone, and that's just because it was underneath this lows or all these lows. So Casper looks decent as well. Um, Injective, again, same thing. Death Cross typically marks the bottom sometimes. Chance to go a little bit lower. But the whole idea here is with Injective that we had these lows being taken out on all of this, right? Like, look at all this pump, right? That you could have had. This is why it's important to take profits. All of these moves to the upside. If you didn't take any profits, bro, like you've essentially lost it all on Injective unless you just bought the bear market bottom. But yeah, Injective taking out these lows. I actually think it looks decent from here on out. Yeah, and we even drew this over here where we said we could have some rejection, and it was perfect. You could even taken this as a trade, as a short. Like, look at this. Not this area here, but we tapped into it one more time. You could have had a very, very nice move down and a very, very nice short. But I think it's going to reverse. Volume is increasing on Injective. So I've named a few projects. Injective, Casper looks nice. Pendle looks nice. Stacks looks okay. I'm not really too convinced on that yet. Prime is at support, looks fine. Tau looks decent. Do you think Say is dead? I don't think it's dead. Again, volume starting to increase as well, but I'm not bullish on it, man. Like, I'm just not bullish on Say. That's just also because I don't do my due diligence on it and do too much research on it, but that's a good idea. Let's actually check that. So if we go over here to chains, let's actually check this out because I always do this for other projects, but I never actually do it for the other ones. So let's check out Say here. This will be interesting because I don't know myself. Right, so TVL on Say, if we just zoom into this, it's pretty much stayed stagnant this whole oh no, let me change this up. So from 2024 all the way to now, it's increased, but it's pretty much stayed stagnant for a while. Volume though, on the other hand, volume is increasing. Okay, all right. Volume is, nah, it's not actually. It's just not. Yeah, so it increased and it's just dropped down completely. It's completely different to other projects. Like if I just go over here and compare Sui as well, you I can do a comparison somewhere. I don't know how to do it, but Sui, for example, it's just a complete different scenario. Like, look at this, right, compared to Say. So look at this volume on Sui, right over here. Like, same time frame, guys, from here, and then we go look at Say. Yeah, Say, not really the same at all. So yeah, Tau volume. I don't think you can really check that per se. No, you can't because Tau is not a layer one. So yeah, but yeah, I don't really like Say from here. Oh no 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 no. Let's get rid of that. All right, cool. Let me make some comments in the meantime. Prime has been a beast in recovery. It has, and again, like, I'm not really trading or whatever at the moment, but anything below the 200-day average, it kind of has to catch up with the rest of the market because it's kind of lagging or behind. So it needs to make that move to catch up. But again, it all depends on the bid, how good the project is, so on and so forth. But daily RSI stochastic is low, and yeah, I think it will recover. But the main area looking at here is this 20-day moving average. So come up to here, that's about a 30% move on Prime. Probably see rejection around there. But yeah, that's it for Prime. Let's see what else we got. So BNB, I'm, BNB is okay. BNB is okay, but I think BNB will get a move at some point. But I don't think like the bids, like the market has favored certain things so far, and I just don't see why it wouldn't continue, especially because these things are being talked about on a bigger scale now. So there's more attention to it. And yes, I understand Binance is one of the biggest exchanges, and it still sits at sixth in terms of market cap. So yeah, it probably gets a move, but I don't really follow it too much, and it's not even a high conviction play. Like again, I don't want to go too crazy into the philosophy, guys, but I've always told everyone, guys, you do not need 100 projects to win this market. You just need 3 or 4 banger plays, 3 or 4 high conviction plays where you can say to yourself, you know what, I believe in this. I've really done my research into this. I know so much about this project, and I just believe in it. At the end of the day, you need to know what you're buying into. You need to believe in something. And if you do your research well enough and it makes sense to you and there's a bid there, then go for it. Like again, like I said with Grass, I understand the PA's been awful, but AI is such a big thing and AI has been getting removed repeatedly this cycle. So Grass as a lower cap, well, what is the market cap of Grass right now? Grass is sitting at a market cap of 363 million, right? So there's a lot of scope for it to go higher. And on top of that, we've just showed you that Grass can scrape terabytes, well, almost petabytes of data on a daily basis. And that's some of the things that big competitors like, I think, believe it's OpenAI or DeepSeek AI, for example, as well, they can't even do what Grass is doing. So, like the bid is there, and that's the research. But the FUD is obviously the marketing is not going to be great, or if there is no marketing, but we'll see. Tau looks like it's loading up for another move. I mean, I checked Tau, and Tau looks decent again underneath 200-day moving average, so it needs to catch up, and that in itself, from where it is now, is literally a 15% move. But then I'm not really too bullish on it right now, or so on and so forth, in terms of a breakout until we get this move above this level of resistance here and flip that to support, which we have done many, many times before. All right, cool. Check out Tau. Yeah, check that Tau. That's all good. Yeah, I mean, if you're bullish on Tau, then as I said, spot buys are not bad here, but I'm not, like, again, Tau is not one of my high conviction plays. That doesn't mean I don't think it's going to do well. It's just not one of my high conviction plays. All right, cool. So that's basically it, guys. Before I end the live, if there's anything else you want me to mention or go over, please do let me know, and we'll go from there. If you are watching me on TikTok, please do leave a follow. You may never see me again. Yeah, that's it. We'll carry on from there. So I'll wait a few minutes, and if there's nothing else to say, I will end the live. But like I said, the main recap is pay attention right now to the coins that are doing well and showing strength in the market. So go to CoinGecko, go to CoinMarketCap, check in 24 hours. Mantle is one I mentioned, guys. And if you don't believe me, bro, I swear on everything. Yeah, just look at this, right? Mantle, right? I'll talk about this, and I went over here on research chat. Is it over here? No, I put it in the normal research chat, I think. Research chat, research chat, research chat, research chat. Let's wait for it. It should be somewhere here. Mantle, right? Look at this. And I said this on January 22nd. Yeah, it's over there. Mantle TVO amongst top gainers, maybe one to look out for moving forwards. Personally, not too bullish on layer ones or layer twos scaling solutions for ETH, but nevertheless, here we are. And Mantle in 24 hours has done a 20% move. So Ethena, like I said, completely, it's just a hedge, right, with against Ethereum. So shorts are opened, kind of making you delta neutral. So if you don't know what delta neutral is, guys, it's basically like you have a spot bag position, right? And then you open a short. So if your spot does well, you make money off your spot bag. But if the price goes down, your hedge is basically your short, and that's essentially what Athena does. So it kind of keeps you delta neutral, so you make money both sides of the market. It's only really good if you have a massive amount of size. But yeah, you can see here Mantle doing well, Athena doing well, Hyperliquid doing well, Tau doing well, Ondo, Sui, Jupiter, HBAR, lol. Anyways, Render, Chainlink, stuff like that. So all these coins now that are showing strength, when the market properly recovers, they're probably going to do well. Like I said, 200-day moving average tag. That's something you should really pay attention to. But yeah, things are looking decent, bro. All right, let me look if there's any other things to mention. So, where is Samich? Is he market making Farcoin again? Yeah, probably, bro. If Samich is probably painting a chart on Farcoin right now, is it still? Is it worth it to still trade meme coins? What are you saying, Ozan, bro? Thank you for joining, bro. I appreciate you. Um, if you guys don't know, Ozan is my barber. Uh, sorry, bro, to put you on there. 30 barber though. Yeah, meme coins are good. Meme coins are good, but you need to kind of have a allocation, like I said. So you can't just go all in on meme coins because then where is your safety net? Because if you get wrecked on the meme coins and you go down, what projects are going to keep you safe? Like I said, I've talked about many today in terms of high market cap, and they're the ones that are going to kind of keep you safe if your meme coins don't do too well. All right, Ozan, does he tip you, bro? Or is he tight? Is he really rich? Bro, Ozan, don't bait out anything to do with me, but obviously you can obviously, you know what I mean. You can, you know what I mean. All right. Okay. Cool. Fartcoin looks strong. Yeah, Fartcoin looks strong. I mean, Fartcoin's amongst the top gainers, which is just absolutely crazy. So in past 24 hours, uh, over here, I don't think it shows every single coin, but Fartcoin, it was on Coin Market Cap. Coin Market Cap. Let's go on that one instead. 24 hours. Fartcoin. Here it is. Our best friend. Fartcoin, which is literally number six. Number six in top gainers today. Aero, top gainers today, which bro, I talked about Aero today, and I'm just literally just relaying it back to you. Aero looks good. Talked about that earlier today. ENA, I mentioned that. Mantle, I put in the Discord for the Diamond members. Fartcoin, bang. Tau, nice. Sui, fantastic. Another one, Ondo, fantastic. We talked about that. And if you were in Diamond, I told you I picked up spot buys on Ondo and Sui for a reason, and they're sitting at 13%, 12% already right now, which is fantastic. Okay. He tips in Sui. Oh, fairs. No comment, bro. Oh, okay, fairs. Do you believe the alts market is too saturated? Yeah, 100%. Um, no, that's actually a very good question. I can't lie, it's a very good question. Do you believe the alt market is too saturated? Yes, the alt market is 100% saturated. The reason for that is because a lot of people have seen a lot of people make money off meme coins. Now the whole flex was that, oh, how is this guy putting in $50 and making $1,000? How's this guy put in 1K and made me 10K? Like that was a bad part of the cycle, but a lot of people made money. But then after this flash crash, I feel as if the sentiments changed. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, because if you're still in the trenches and doing all the same things at that flash crash, you pretty much would have been absolutely wiped. Like you just would have been wiped. Like you were gone. If you were 100% allocated in low cap memes, that flash crash yesterday, you're pretty much wiped. Like pretty much wiped. And yeah, so I think the market is saturated 100% because again, meme coins still come under altcoins. So what happens now? Well, because a lot of people have lost money, I believe there's going to be a rotation where people are going to say, "All right, cool. You know what? We lost money. Let me actually go do some research and not be a degenerate gambler, and let me actually try believe in something." So I think that's going to be where the money flow is going to be because again, you can't you can't just be a degenerate gambler and be like, bro, I'm a degenerate gambler. We're all degenerate gamblers, right? But you can't just that's what you do 100% of the time. You can't. So yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so altcoin market is saturated. I think there will be an alt season, but not for every single altcoin. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Look at the coins that are showing strength because they're the ones that are likely to continue to do well. And that's just basically it, man. So as long as you follow that, I think you'll be fine. How many times? What do you mean how many times, bro? Yeah, I think, yeah, it will be okay, but not for all altcoins. So just be very careful. Can you check send, please? What's send? What is send? Oh, Suilend. Okay. Yeah, oh, is that the ticker? I didn't even know that was a ticker. But yeah, yeah. If you don't know what Suilend is, it's basically just a lending protocol on Sui. Uh, yeah. I mean, what more is to say, what more is there to say about it? As you have Aave, which is kind of similar in a way on Ethereum. Suilend's kind of similar for on the Sui chain. Uh, but yeah, as Sui grows and becomes bigger, it's gonna be okay. I think it will do fine. Uh, I don't really know too much about the borrowing protocol and APYs and stuff like that. I haven't really checked that on Suiland, but I can't imagine it being too awful. But be very careful if you're going to do stuff like that because again, if you use your crypto as collateral, if you go and say, all right, look, I have 1,000 link, I'm going to put my link as collateral, then so I can borrow Sui or whatever in return. You need your you know, you're essentially taking a bet here, and you need it to pay off. Because if it doesn't pay off, then you essentially lose all your crypto, which you put up as collateral. So I think that move is not bad early in the cycle, because there's a lot of scope and potential for things to go higher. Like for example, you could have done the same thing on Aave and done that with ETH, and from the bear market bottom, you still kind of be up right now. You know, stuff like that. But right now, where the market is at the moment, it's too risky to do that, unless you're just absolute wizard in the market. But I'm not. I'm just stick to what I do, and that's it. All right. So hard to tell, but last cycle it happened 3 or 4 times. Yeah. So if we go back to here, one thing I want to show you, which is a good point that Vex mentioned, is if we go to the weekly chart, which I've showed you guys before, um, you will see, well, we had this whole bear market FTX saga, which I should probably put in another color so you guys can see, put in pink over here. So this is basically what happened. Well, this is on the daily chart, but this is where we crossed over on the 200-day. But yeah, so we go over here and you'll see from this top, we had a correction of about 53%. That was the whole FTX situation. Over here as well, we had another one which was 24%. And then after that, it's pretty much done. We even had this one over here, which was 26%. What other ones we had? I think we had one over here as well. We had one over here, which was 31%. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 along the way. Again, this was an artificial pump in a way, but still, it's fine. It's still relevant data. And yeah, so we're looking at it now. And from where we are here in all-time highs to where we went to below, that's about 18% move. So there's still a chance that we have corrections along the way, which will 100% happen. But we're holding range now, and that's important. Now, if we did come down and we broke the range, that's completely different, guys. Because look, we have the high on the weekly, we have the weekly low. We don't want to break these ranges. As long as we respect them, I'm still happy. But yeah, that's basically it. So, Eric Trump shilling X on ETH. Yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is, bro. Look at that candle though. That candle is absolutely crazy. If you got in here, if you actually got in here, how much would you be up right now? So if you got in here to where it is now, you'd be up 33% on ETH. You'll be up 33% on ETH, yeah, in one day, and Ethereum has the second highest market cap. Now, if that doesn't tell you how crazy crypto is, I actually don't know what will. I actually don't know what will. But yeah, that's it, guys, man. And there's nothing else to say. I'm probably going to end the live here. So thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. I hope you took some alpha from this. If you didn't, then I'm sorry. I tried. And yeah, we'll just go next week. So if you're not part of Diamond, guys, like I said, this is a thing that happens every single week for Diamond members. And we do this every single week for the Diamond members, and we post a lot of content here. So if you guys are watching, you know, we do the spot calls, which I mentioned. We do the research stuff. We do the TA chat, which is where I literally talked about this whole 200-day moving average stuff for everyone. Information's dropped, charts are dropped, so on and so forth. Talk about memes. We have the mining thing going on with Grass. We drop all the relevant news here, stuff like that. So it's a very good place to be, you know, especially for this cycle moving forwards if you're interested. And like I said, we do the weekly live. So every Diamond member gets these weekly lives, which are recorded. And yeah, consider joining Diamond if you want. If not, that's up to you. And everyone that's watching on TikTok, everything you need is in the link in my bio. And I'll catch you guys soon. So thank you all for joining. And let me end the TikTok live. Hey, guys, I didn't get banned off TikTok though. Come on. I didn't get banned off TikTok. That's crazy. All right, cool. This will be posted on TikTok. On YouTube for you guys. So everyone will actually get access to this live. Like I said, at the beginning of each month, I will be doing a live that will be available for everyone. So please, can I just get a general consensus back so I can, you know how I performed and I can do better or whatever. Oh, great info. Thank you. Just let me know your feedback in the comments if you can. Really helps out. Ozan, very good live. Thank you very much. TK, salute. Appreciate you. Kappa, thank you. Actually don't know how to pronounce that. But thank you. Great info today. Appreciate you. Yeah, catch you guys next time. Thank you all, and see you soon.